I remember saying to you in that interview of like, how do you balance being an executive and an in-ring performer? You're like, you don't. And
I'm glad I was smart enough to know
you said,
then
you
you
don't.
Yeah.
And when I was backstage and fortunate enough to do some stuff with you guys in AEW, you were an executive. You were heading up that show at that time.
Yeah, I took pride in that.
Yeah, as you should. And do you feel like at any point the wrestling then took a back seat?
I think the wrestling took a back seat right away because I thought my bigger mistake, and this wasn't an AEW mistake, this was a Cody mistake. My biggest mistake was thinking I'll stay as good as I am in the ring, only wrestling twice, 3 times, maybe just once a month. Sorry. And the Gen Z crowd out there is about to lose their mind, and I hope they understand what I'm saying. You have to do live events. You cannot learn how to work a live audience unless you perform in front of a live audience. So I was getting worse, as was everybody. And some of the best wrestlers, you name them, in that first year, the crowd was incredibly generous to us because we were new, we were fresh. Some of the stuff isn't going to hold up just because we weren't able to do this on the regular and get it down and sharpen our tools. And that was just maybe it's just me, maybe it's nobody else, but you have to be able to do it. So that's an area where I think I was suffering from immediately. But you mentioned taking pride in the executive element.
You ran the production.
I loved it. Yeah, so you were there when I was still running those meetings.
Yeah.
I really love, from an ego standpoint, from an optic standpoint, that was really cool. But I also really loved leading, and I just maybe wasn't ready to fully lead at that point. And it didn't rub everyone the right way that, why is he running the production meeting? Why is this and that? And then, your vision, Kenny's vision, Mad Nick's vision, everyone's vision's that one thing. But, Tony has a vision, and then this is his money, and let's see how that plays out. But that was a good time. I'm glad you had a good experience, because when we left, there was this whole disinformation campaign that Wade Keller put out, and I'm not even mad at Wade Keller. No heat with Wade, but I could tell what was going on. You didn't talk to any real source. As an executive, as a member of management, I was happy, wanted to help, and took huge pride in us being a professional organization, and that shows amongst the roster, the locker room, my kids, the people I didn't recruit, people I did recruit. There was such a fog of misinformation when I left that it's fun to see in the doc itself, that wasn't the case. It was just time.